The mobs, the 40-strong mobs of people that we're used to seeing at European majors is not quite present here whenever the French players are playing.
And look at the movement. Flow already baiting out a whiffed aerial and punching with that grab. Very well done, but Gluttony answering back with the combo, putting a quick 46 on the Flow, but Flow making it back to a center stage and just getting this ledge trapping on deck.
Yeah, Flow's option coverage once he got to ledge right there was superb. He was ready for the jump option, one of the harder options to catch from ledge in this game.
Oh yes, for sure, and those preemptive aerials, definitely the move here. And that two-frame on the slap into the chase.
He just ran off stage and ripped that man's jump right away from him.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Oh my goodness, and Gluttony just seems to be carrying the momentum forward in this stock as well. Dashing away, trying to create some space for the Flow to run into him with buttons, but the Flow not giving him exactly the option that he wants.
Yeah, and the Flow just pulling out all these preemptive aerials, the preemptive nairs to stuff out Gluttony's jump aerials. And then when Gluttony switches to the fast aerials, Flow starts retreating and whiff punishing. So it's like a 50-50, right? If you're early, I will intercept you. And if you're too early, I will whiff punish you. And that really makes it hard for Gluttony to make his way in. But when he does have the advantage, this is what happens. The Flow taking a dive into the blast zone 2 times in a row.
And if you notice right there, that time the Flow had been conditioned at that point to not use his jump. He didn't use his jump. Gluttony came off with the fair, and Gluttony said, I'm just going to go back to the stage and then take your jump after you've used it. So the Flow had 2 bites at the apple there to recover, but Gluttony was ready.
Excellent play by Gluttony, taking the fall to that sweet spot up air, but Flow right now establishing control again. This is the name of the game. Flow is doing extremely well, gets hits once, and that's bye-bye.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can hold on to control, because now a new player has entered the game, and his name is the Wario Factor. Thank you, it's on a circus.
There we go. I've been dubbing new technique. Well, I say new techniques, new terms for things since 2015, and there is the Wario Factor, taking me off the right-hand side of the stage. I can't remember. Did he get caught by an up tilt right there?
It was a nair into up air waft, the classic for Gluttony. Of course, when you do get that neutral air, you don't need to get the very initial hitbox of the first hit, because the first hit stays active for a long while, and then immediately after is the second hit. So you need to approach with nair, do the nair rising, and then make sure that the start of the hitbox is only, it does whiff, and then you hit with halfway, the halfway active point of the first hit, and that combos into the second hit, gives you time to do a landing up air into the waft. Just like that, Gluttony, one of the best in terms of Wario confirms. If you look at Tweak's Wario, it's good. It's good, but it does not confirm the way that Gluttony does.
Yeah, and that is something that is an element of, for lack of a better word, mechanicalness that only comes from hours and hours and days of repetition.
10 years of Wario. This is the epitome.
Oh, he's really in trouble right now. We almost just missed a moment there where the Flow got dragged off the right-hand side of the screen, got footstooled off the ledge.
After the bite, but no cigar. The Flow is used to the Wario tricks. An early up B does make it and converts into a full combo. Look at that. That is the turnaround that Flow needed. 76% on Wario into the KO. The interception. We're riding dirty. Get intercepted just like that.
This is a no cycling zone, good sir. If he reads that's coming, that bear has an incredible amount of knockback, especially effective applied far off stage. And if you get your option red, you're going down the stock. And for the first time in this set, we see the Flow taking the lead. Gluttony has to find a way to play from behind.
Oh, the normal getup, definitely not what Gluttony expected right there.
The no-tech mix-up.
Yep, no-tech mix-up, and now here we see the Flow intercepting with the side B and the parry as well. Excellent pressure right there. Excellent pressure, intercepting the jump as well with the up B. The Flow is looking to be on a roll so far, and you know, for good reason. He's been doing extremely well in neutral so far.
Absolutely, and about 5 seconds ago, what we were seeing from the Flow was just, and ignore that, never mind, because Gluttony runs off stage and steals that stock away with a dare. The lasting hitboxes of that move can make it very hard for a character with a very linear recovery like Roy to get back to the stage.
And the Flow getting intercepted by the platforms coming in into 70% and a stack chase scenario into the waft, all because the platforms came in. How unlucky can you be?
Gluttony in that very moment did not wait. Oh my goodness, if you blink for a second in this match, you miss a stock being taken. I was saying up on that platform, Gluttony just stood still.
Oh, yes.
He didn't move, and just his very presence there was enough to create the pressure, which forced the Flow to panic, and he rolled straight into a waft.
An uncharged waft KOing all the way across the stage, and that is bad news for the Flow. But as we mentioned, his neutral has been going very well. These punishes by Gluttony extremely on point, but when we're in neutral, it's all the Flow. And now Flow getting intercepted. No, will he recover? He will! Gluttony, a rare miss with the down air, gets intercepted by the back air. The sweet spot coming in clutch for the Flow, and now the corner scenario.
When he misses his edge guard, why is he so ready just to go clean under the stage if he misses? Like that's just preparedness.
That's a Wario brain. That's a Wario brain. It's been rewired for efficient Wario play. Down tilt dash attack on shield just like that. And you have to be a little bit sad about that game. You know, the Flow played extremely well. The neutral was 100% his favor. He converted his combos extremely well. But Gluttony, he's a monster. He gets one hit, your stock's done. Your stock's done.
Yeah, he's a master of capitalizing on any opportunity he's handed. He just gobbles that straight up.
Yeah.
Much like Wario himself.
Oh.
2-0 situation.
Yeah.
The Flow staring down the barrel at loser's bracket now. He has to pull off a reverse 3-0 or he's going down to the Shark Tank, the place in an EU major that you do not want to be in.
Exactly. There's the up tilt, the interception. Gluttony kind of waiting out a defensive option, gets the interception, utilizing the platforms to continue his combo. And this is one of the stages we were talking about, man. It's a great stage for Roy when you get those early KOs, and we saw him get those back airs at percentages you normally would not KO at. But on the other hand, Gluttony, the wafts are coming in so big, as well as the down air on the recovery.
Gluttony,
wow,
a rare SD from him right there. Now, he's finding himself in the same situation that he was in the previous game. One stock down, the Flow at about 80%. He is at kill percent 2, certain confirms, just
down
like
City.
That one.
The side blast zones coming in big for Gluttony right there, enabling the KO at those percentages. Of course, the DI not optimal, but it's very hard to react to that confirm.
The Flow's pressure around Gluttony while he's on that bike as well. Some players would be tempted to be almost having a fight with the bike, slashing away, throwing out hitboxes and having the bike intercept them and losing their advantage state. Not the Flow, from what I've seen in this set.
To turn around! The Flow with some gargantuan brain stuff. That was amazing.
A full stock lead, and for the first time in this set, he only has to take one of Gluttony's to go. Well, with a stock lead, that is.
Exactly. The Flow looking very strong right now.
Gluttony himself now looking to apply some pressure, but he overcommits with, I think, a dash attack right there. Gets whiff punished with that fair, and now has to start his pressure all over again.
Nice, the bike intercepting the walling. Very good burst range option, of course. Not one you want to pull out often, but when you do use it as a mix-up, it keeps your opponent honest.
Of course. And now both of these players playing around with that bike. It's a very, we laugh, but it's a very important tool when Wario's on the screen to claim space.
Yep. You want to not break it when you're Wario's opponent. You want to leave it on the stage so that he doesn't have it as a tool when he's off stage. In these type of scenarios, look at that. The bike enabling Gluttony's recovery, the flare blade not going to connect, and another side B to alter Roy's momentum. The double jump mix up to just kind of throw off Gluttony the tiniest amount, and that was enough to get that game win. Gluttony is now up 2-1, but Flow's on the board.
Flow fighting back, and that's the most important thing. When you were fighting back and you have a slightly tragic loss in the previous game when your opponent makes a comeback on you, that can really affect your mental state. Having the mental fortitude to not crumble like players maybe lower down other countries' PRs might do, or players who maybe don't appear in their country's rankings, is once you start to get to these top echelons, you start to see players who are used to being in these situations like time after time after time again. And this, to use an old football analogy, Alex Ferguson used to refer to this as squeaky bum time, the time at the end of the season when you really have to dig deep.
And digging deep, these players do. We got all the pressure in the world. Gluttony is performing so well, but Flow finding his break, getting the punish with the side B angle down. No punish on the parry, and the Flow establishing stage control after a rough start. Gluttony opting to go back to Town and City as well.
Yeah, those.
Oh!
Absolutely ignore that. He's burned his double jump. He's
Gluttony!
dead. He's dead.
Give this man an inch, he takes a mile. There's no rest for the wicked. Gluttony coming to get you all the way off stage. That bike enabling such deep edge guards.
So the moment I saw the flow give Gluttony that edge guard, Gluttony was like blood in the water. His reaction speed to him giving up that option was so quick, he knew that he had the time to drift out. Now he's forcing the flow to fight inwards to stage, coming in from the ledge, not really allowing him much time to have stage control at all.
Yeah, Wario just kind of dancing around the flow, utilizing the platforms as well to just refresh his double jump, and it's looking really rough for Flow. He's not finding a solid hit because Gluttony is so nimble. Gluttony has not been hit in, it feels like a solid minute.
Yeah, and when your opponent has to approach you, you've got more room to play with to whiff punish them, but he didn't whiff punish right there. He got whiff punished.
Another one of those back airs connecting, and now Flow getting an early combo whiff with the down throw into the up air. The continuation, look at the percents, Itano, we're back to even.
The Flow's not taking this lying down. He is proving that Gluttony is human. He's not getting steamrolled right here. He's forcing evasive options out of such an aggressive player.
And the slap on the top platform. Who goes for that?
Yeah, he just took a step back and extended that big Wario palm.
Exactly. Very well done by Gluttony, establishing his lead in a big way. Got the waft on deck as well, and these are the early combos.
The Flow burned that jump there. It was totally worth it for him, because he did not want to have to land on Gluttony's Wario right there. One up tilt at this percent, and you can see Gluttony's fiending for it. He wants to end this set right now.
There's the waft, extended hitbox with the bike, a great edge trap, but Flow finding the right option. The weak hit on the dash attack will not be enough. Flow just kind of establishing neutral again. Intercepting the bike with the KO. We're down to the final stock. Flow has to make it happen here, and Gluttony, he still has a little bit of room. Look at that, an 86% lead. That's nothing to sneeze at.
Catches him with the late hit of fair.
Ooh, another forward tilt, yeah. Rough. That is very rough, and the Flow just going down 3-1 to Gluttony. Extremely strong performance from both players. But at the end of the day, it was all about Gluttony finding that one hit, and what happened to Flow stock? It disappeared. It disappeared.
The moment that hit came in and the Flow was thrown off the platforms and thrown towards the blast zone, it was all a game of self-preservation from the Flow. The Flow being forced to play on that back foot with the limited resources he had. We saw him burning his air dodge. Gluttony was ready for that. Burning jumps, Gluttony was ready for that. Having to play around that bike off stage as well. He was ready for that offensively, but not defensively. So what you see right there is the Flow using all of that lovely mobility that we come to expect from him, and all of those kill setups and his incredible decision making. For example, to take the trade on the last stock he took the trade with the bike, took a stock, and managed to make the game close. However, the moment he found himself in disadvantage, Gluttony, like I said before, blood in the water and relentless.